Hello everyone, welcome to my new YouTube channel named Low Hanging Fruits of Community Medicine. Why that name I'll discuss in the next slide, but firstly, I am Dr. Chinmay Gokhale. I completed my MBBS from AFMC Pune and I completed my MD Community Medicine from KEM Hospital and St. GS Medical College, Mumbai. I worked in academics for around 5 years and now I'm not working in academics, but I have a kind of a liking or an inclination towards teaching community medicine. And thereby this channel, I've also cleared the DNB exam in community medicine. So moving ahead. So why the word low hanging fruits? So literally low hanging fruits means basics or the topics which would be covered first and foremost, but they are not necessarily easy or insignificant topics, something which we should remember. They are topics which are often underrated and often undervalued, both by teachers as well as students. And many a times they are most useful also. So, for example, if I have to talk about medicines, so let us take an example of paracetamol. Paracetamol can be uh, labeled as a medicine which is very commonly used. But can we say that it is not useful? Definitely not. Can we say that it is one of the most used medicines? Very much so. It relieves your fever most often than not, that too in a time span of 20 to 30 minutes. So, taking all that into consideration, I thought let us give the name low hanging fruits, which basically means basics of community medicine, which are definitely not easy or not insignificant, and they are definitely not to be underrated or not to be undervalued, and at times they may be very useful for you also. Further on to the purpose of the channel. So purpose of the channel is obviously academic content sharing of community medicine subject. From here on, I'll refer it with an abbreviation of C and M. Previously, this subject was known as preventive and social medicine, that is PSM, or some people also use the word social and preventive medicine, that is SPM. This subject has a complex structure and syllabus. Now I'm using the word complex and not complicated. Complicated, I would say, is something which is an antonym to easy. Complex doesn't mean not easy. Complex may be okay. There are some issues to, if you want to really master the subject academically. Complicated would be something like what we call as a rocket science. This subject is definitely not rocket science. Just like any other subject of medicine or any other branch of science, this subject has its share of concepts, has its share of context, uh, common sense, logics, and just like any other branch of science, there are a few paradox, a few things where the logic doesn't work per se. So we will try with the help of this channel, I'll try to impart whatever little knowledge I have with respect to community medicine through my various videos and others. Furthermore, nowadays community medicine spans across first, second, and third years of MBBS course. It is part of the formal curriculum of many other medical and paramedical courses like BDS, that is dentistry, BSc nursing. Also, there are topics under BPMT, that is paramedical training course, BOTH, that is occupational therapy, BPTH, that is uh, physiotherapy, and many other medical and paramedical courses. Either the subject is there or some nearby, same topics but a name which is nearby, or there are topics which are an overlap, taught under some different heading, but there is definitely presence across the various medical and paramedical curriculums. This is also one of the major subjects for pre-PG preparation for interns and post-interns. One of the major branches for doing your MD and also diploma, DPH, also known as Diploma in Public Health. There are DNB exams available in this subject. And then there are many fellowships like those in infectious diseases, nutrition, non-communicable diseases, etc., which have topics which are overlapping with a formal community medicine curriculum. So thereby the target audience for this channel, first and foremost, are beloved MBBS students who are reading and trying to learn this community medicine subject as part of their MBBS curriculum. Similarly, interns and post-interns who are studying this subject, also junior residents who are doing their PG in community medicine, that is, they are pursuing the MD community medicine course, and other audience as may be applicable, which was covered in previous couple of slides. Mode of communication. So the verbal communication as well as the presentations of this channel would be in English language primarily. Maybe at few places to make it more clear or to explain some concepts or some context or to crack a joke or anything, the Hindi language might be used. The use of other languages, as I see, it would be very, very rare. Vision and mission of this channel is we are hopeful of crossing 25 videos of community medicine by the month of April 2023 and also 200 videos by the end of this calendar year 2023. And ambition is to reach out to as many students of community medicine, be it MBBS students, interns and post-interns, junior residents, or those doing other medical or paramedical courses or pursuing fellowships in related topics. So the ambition is to reach out to all these class of students and to as many of them as is possible, maybe even beyond what is possible. The channel structure, so playlist would be created based on chapters described in standard textbooks. Now, when I use the word standard textbook with reference to community medicine, obviously the Parks textbook is what comes up to most of our minds. Then there would be sub playlists for ease of access for the channel users, channel subscribers. And moving forward, I also plan to introduce short videos, maybe explaining some small concept or maybe covering a couple of related multiple choice questions or maybe interviews with other people who are masters of this subject, who are related to this subject or other discussions like panel discussions, etc. All that is in mind, which would be introduced as and when possible. Finally, acknowledgements. So I would first and foremost like to acknowledge the Almighty. We all know him by and call him and pray to him by various names. My favorite name is Krishna. So thank you, Krishna, for helping me start this channel. Secondly, and especially, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of my teachers and my mentors who have imparted immense knowledge of this subject to me, both formally as well as informally. And I would like to acknowledge the contribution of my family, my friends, and also all my well wishers. The help, the motivation, the support, the guidance, all these give me in in pursuing endeavors like this. So thank you, everyone. And thanks a lot to you all for watching this introductory video. So let's get started.